Get ready. It's time for a well-deserved break, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from the KDKA TV studios. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
Take a look, DJ PDC is in the house because it is wedding week on Pittsburgh Today Live, and we have like a wedding reception going on right now. Heather's been doing some chair dancing.
A little chair dancing?
What
is chair dancing?
You're going to be worn out.
Yeah, really exhausted my thighs.
Oh no, the producer's telling us, Maria's telling us, keep going, Heather. Come on. It's Wednesday, everybody. And let's get to our What You Think Wednesday question because it has to do with wedding week. That was very well done.
Well, I was standing on my feet on the
stool
bar, and the thighs are burning now. But I feel good. I feel good now.
We're ready to go.
I'm ready.
All right, so we have a wedding-related question, and we got so many responses to this. I don't think we anticipated the feelings that people will have about destination weddings. We know they're popular, but the question was, we were asking, is this unfair to ask your guests to travel? Because it costs money. Sometimes, guests aren't well enough to travel. Maybe they're having health problems. Or is it just a fun getaway because you want to invite everybody in on the party?
Right. So we had a destination wedding. We limited the guest list. We talked to our family and friends who we were inviting, and we gave them so much notice ahead of time. And we said, treat this like your little summer vacation. If you can come, great.
Right.
If you can't, we totally understand. And for us, we just really wanted to do this. It was, first of all, more cost effective to have, 25 people than it was to have 300
There
people.
you go. That's true. Weddings are so expensive. Yeah, and you combine the wedding and the honeymoon at that point too, right?
We also told people, I don't even remember how we phrased this, because we wanted to make sure that we phrased it in the right way. We did not want a gift. Your gift is coming and being present with us. And that's all we wanted.
That's nice, yeah, because some people are weighing in on this. In fact, let's take a look at this. Nancy says, I think you should be able to invite really whoever you want to share your day, but don't expect them to attend. Be understanding if they can't attend. And then she's saying if it's parents or siblings that maybe can't afford it, if you can help them out, because you want to include them.
Colleen says, I think it depends. Family and close friends who are important, yes. Distant cousins or kindergarten friends, no. Remember, if people have to pay for airfare and hotel, don't expect a large gift, which is exactly what we kind of laid the groundwork for.
I think that's smart. Patty's saying it is absolutely wrong, especially for the bridal party, having to buy their apparel, and then they have the additional expenses of traveling there. Some of them are using their time off. It's not right. Go by yourselves or with your parents. Don't get upset if other people say no. Yeah. You don't want to ask too much out of people.
You don't want to, and that was truly, I think, when we asked everybody who was going to be in our bridal party, which was also small, and the guest list, it came down to cost. If you can't financially do this, or you can't find childcare if you have kids, we get it. Don't feel obligated.
Right. But if you pick if you pick a really good destination though, then it's like you're inviting people on this vacation that you didn't have planned, and you're like, ooh, I'm in on the party. So I see the upside of it, absolutely.
I know some people don't get it, but it was because it was just 4 days. It was like a 4-day party, and there was no formality around it, it just made the whole thing fun. It felt like a celebration.
Yeah. A true celebration. Chuck is saying, I think they need to have a reception if they go away and have a destination wedding. Possibly a small ceremony back here at home.
Well, but some people do it for the cost.
Yeah.
And then having the reception is just adding on top of the cost that you're already incurring from the wedding.
But if you do a small kind of thing at home even, and you do it we had friends that got married in Boston or in Massachusetts, and then they came back here and they just had people over to their house to celebrate.
And that's beautiful. What a lovely way to do it. Colleen says, I also think it's kind of selfish. Some people can't afford it. Some people can't physically do it because of age or physical limitations.
That's very true. Yeah, you have to think about that. Karen is saying, no, there's nothing wrong with destination weddings. The guests always have the right to decline.
That's true. All right, let's get to the tally. And 57% of you say It's a little unfair.
21% of you say, oh, come on, it's fun. And 22% of you say, it really depends. I'm always in the depends category. That makes it sound like... All right, that makes it sound bad. I didn't mean to say that. It depends on the circumstances, is what I meant to say. All right, let's move on, Heather.
I think I'm watching you blush in real time for the first time ever.
Oh my gosh. The things that come out of your mouth on live TV.
No, I'm crying.
Right.
That's how you make me cry. You make me laugh.
Let's talk about this. All right, USA Today does these Reader Choice Awards where they ask people to vote. And, you know, other things have ranked really well, like local things their national polls. And there's one today we want to tell you about.
All right, and this Reader poll was all about the best theme parks and attractions, and you voted, so did the rest of the country. Phantom's Revenge won the best roller coaster in the country. Are you okay?
Still giggling over that. All right, so USA Today wrote, and this is great.
Yeah.
The 3,365-foot-long track of Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood brings visitors frighteningly close to another of the park's coasters, the Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
They called it the second drop, hair-raising, a highlight. It is a 232-foot thriller at 85 miles an hour.
Have you ever ridden?
I think I have. I've not ridden the Steel Curtain,
Neither
but I
have I.
remember doing the Phantoms. It's the purple one, right? That it was green and then it was
painted
purple,
yes.
and
Yeah.
I think I was on this. Now it's not like I've said before. Wooden roller coasters are my favorite.
Yeah.
But yes.
Are you
and I just think it's great for Kennywood.
I feel like we need to get you on it. Like I just
well,
feel
no,
like
we could ride that. Yeah.
Yeah?
No, it's the Steel Curtain that bothers me a little bit.
Why's that?
Because I saw Ron's reaction when he wrote it. I was like, I'm not riding that.
But you also loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
See?
I don't, yeah, it was fun.
Did I tell you when we went to Dollywood, I ended up riding roller coasters by myself because nobody...
Why? No one else wanted to?
Well, the kids didn't want to. Lila was really the only one who was big enough to ride any of them. And then Frankie had to stay back and watch the kids. So I was like, I'm going on this roller coaster by myself.
Good for you. Good for you.
Do it.
And who knows who you're meeting the line? Dolly Parton could have been in the line.
She wasn't, though.
Well, that would have been a great story.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we have to talk about the happy ending to the zebra that's been on the loose. Have you seen this? Like Ed the zebra. So many people were following this. This is in Tennessee. He was someone's pet. And he was on the loose, and they kept spotting him, like in the woods, in the neighborhood, and no one could get a hold of Ed the zebra. Poor Ed, and he's probably scared, and he's running, and I don't know if he's running away from them or trying to get back. Yeah, I know. So they had to call in, there's like this special crew from Texas, and within an hour, they got him in this net. They got him in a helicopter there, and were able to lower him down back to his home.
That's terrifying.
Well, but I mean, I don't know what he's thinking at that point. I can't even imagine.
Could you imagine if that was you?
But, yeah, but running along the highway is scared. You need to get him back home.
Sure.
And apparently people in Tennessee are allowed to have zebras as pets. And I tried researching this in Pennsylvania, and there's no list that I could find from the Game Commission, like a television station in Harrisburg did a story on this.
Yeah.
Zebras were not even mentioned. So I don't know. I don't know whether it's legal
I mean,
or
they
not.
are like horses, so I get it. I mean,
right. They're not as exotic as some.
Like a lion.
It's not like having a lion.
Right.
Yeah,
or like
exactly.
a big cat.
But we are happy to report Ed is back home, safe. Everything is okay. His adventures are over, but everything's good.
Oh my gosh, I just can't even imagine. What was he thinking as he's dangling in the air? What is happening?
He's probably thinking, thank goodness I'm around for another Marvin minute.
Well, and that's what we're going to get to now. Because I asked you, I said, how was Marvin when you got home from your big trip? You were gone for so long.
He was a little irritated. Yeah, we'll get into the specifics of that in a second. But first I want to show you before. As soon as the suitcases come out, how do pets know? Like, pets are just so smart. Marvin will jump in the suitcase, and then he'll try to sleep in there.
Oh, my God.
Now, this is afterwards, though. This is after we came home. I had not unpacked yet, and Marvin jumps in there, and so first he's looking around at us, like, here I am, and then he just falls asleep on top of my clothes. And he spent the afternoon in there. But he normally, when we come home, he's at the top of the steps, and he, like, almost yells at us. Like, he puts out this, like, where have you been kind of thing. This time he was a little quiet with us.
Yikes.
And I think he's in love with his pet sitter, Hope.
Yeah.
And so when he saw us come in, he was, oh, these two again. Like,
yeah. Is Hope giving a lot of treats out? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. She's just great with Marvin, and we're so fortunate that she helps us out. But I think he was looking, even when we were there after we got home, he's still looking around for like,
right.
Is someone else going to come up the steps? Where's Hope?
So cute, though. I'm glad you shared that. If you watch Tiny Desk, you may already know this. I love watching the Tiny Desk concerts that NPR puts on.
The Lizzo one was the best.
It was so good.
Yeah.
But Mac Miller did one. I mean, there have been so many wonderful Tiny Desks, and Wiz Khalifa did his first ever Tiny Desk concert recently.